Hello and welcome to an amazing podcast. This is Special Grade Sorcerer D.
This is Modi.
This is Matt, and I've seen Kill Bill recently.
For the first time?
Yeah, like last year, like at the end of last
Oh.
year, which made this episode,
wow.
episode 4, really funny.
And we are talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 Culling Games Part 1 The Reckoning. Okay, so we're back to Jujutsu Kaisen. We're back to the fight, and we're back to the mappa. So, I'll start off. After the Shibuya arc, my feelings towards anime and mappa have changed greatly. Because watching the first two episodes, the first thing that comes to my mind is, this is amazing direction. This is awesome cinematography. A lot of the animation is absolutely beautiful. How many people did they kill to make this? Granted, I wouldn't say... like, there's a lot of really great stuff in here. And especially, like, what's his name? Blondie Naoya's introduction and the creation of the backhand hair flip meme is excellent. Yeah. I think Yuya's reintroduction was really fun. And again, really good animation. I think if I had to be, like, honest, though, I feel like for these first two episodes, I would say the direction is really good in the sense that I feel like a lot of the really good animation in this isn't pointless or self-indulgent or, I guess, on the part of the director, abusive. I feel like everything that needed to be really good was animated really good, and I think they mixed up, like, stills and just establishing shots really well as well. So, cinematography, visuals... I think the dialogue was really entertaining for me as well. And all in all, first two episodes were really fun, especially with the fight scene between Yuta, Yuji, Naoya, and Choso.
Why are you only talking about the first two?
To build up.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, and yeah, so I want to say what you said is so interesting because this is something that you pretty much you probably won't hear from anyone other than an animator, right? Even people who are like really big animation fans and stuff and like who care a lot about the animation industry probably wouldn't think about this. If you go to like Twitter and stuff, like you look at Sakuga fans and whatnot always posting or whatever, or Reddit, wherever, to them, the idea of like peak animation or like peak direction, peak quality is like every single scene has to be like super top notch. But you, for someone who actually, I guess, works in it, you're like, no, that's really bad. That's really bad if every scene is like going at 100%.
Listen,
anyway, so I just think that's interesting.
I'm just saying, I think it's very helpful if you don't murder your staff during production.
Yeah, and that's
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing, real fast, and this is a small tangent. If I ever made like $3 million or something like that, I would love to buy the like production rights to one really big hype anime, put 90% of the budget into like the main key fight scenes, and have all the animators work on a 4-day work schedule. And to compensate that, make every single thing outside of those like big hype fight scenes cheap as all hell. I'm talking like you have like the acrylic stands of the characters just like bobbing up and down in front of like camera work. I'm talking like PNGs. I'm talking still shots. I'm talking like moments where it would just be me in a costume just like acting out the scenes while the voice actors like dub over me. Like, here's the thing. If I was to direct Jujutsu Kaisen, the Shibuya arc, right? Like, take the scene with, like, what's her name? Nobara dying. If I was to direct that, I would have the entire fight scene be the same, but all of the talkie bits just be you and, like, me and you guys in wigs just doing improv.
But I feel like, that what you're describing is almost kind of pretty much visual novels
Yep.
in a way, you know. Except they do go hard on some scenes. Like they go really hard on some animating some scenes.
Oh, I didn't even know visual novels had animation to it.
Some of them do. A lot of them don't, but some of them do. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it should be said.
Yeah. Okay.
That
And
the art and the like direction and the like cinematography of these episodes are notably like just really good compared to even like the best like anime out there. And it's like weird to think that it's like Jujutsu Kaisen that's getting this, but like I'm glad something's getting it because it's just really impressive to look at. And even if we want to like shit on the show,
man.
just like the amount of artwork and the inspired like cinematography that goes into it is like really good.
Like, I've always said like Jujutsu Kaisen has a 10 out of 10 animation staff working on a 5 out of 10 script. Like, I even think like Gege is a really good artist who can set up really good fight scenes, but I still think like
The backgrounds though, man, like they're crazy.
right.
Okay, would it be? How would you guys? How would you guys feel if I told you that I'm starting to regain hope in Jujutsu Kaisen?
That's
All right.
Oh, okay. Because the way you guys are talking about it, at least from the first 3 episodes I've seen, so far I'm pretty optimistic about how the story's gonna go going forward. The thing that I realized is I feel like when I look at the big picture of Jujutsu Kaisen, it feels like we kind of skipped, like if we split the story into like 4 acts or whatever, right? It feels like we skipped act 2, right? It's like right now we're at the beginning of like the final act, right? But it feels like we skipped act 2, which is why the Shibuya arc, which I would consider act 3, just felt so empty, you know, even though it was like it had a lot of cool fight scenes and what's the word, like impactful moments. It just felt empty. So all of that,
Sorry.
all of that is to say that even though I still feel like there's a big hole missing in Jujutsu Kaisen, if I just forget about that, like the past stuff, and I just accept things as they are now, I can get pretty hyped for this final arc.
We lost Modi. Also, this isn't the final arc. This is the third from the final arc.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So how this is okay? So there's gonna be part 2, Culling Games, and then how long is the final arc? Is it like even anywhere near comparable to the Culling Games?
I think,
or is it just like a wrap up arc?
I think this is the midpoint of the series because from what I've heard, it's
Really?
like the Culling Games. I think these are okay, so I might be wrong on this, but from what I've heard, the arcs are the Culling Games, Perfect Preparation, Shinjuku Showdown, and then one final arc after that.
Oh, okay. So we still have a long way to go. Okay, that's bad then. That's bad because if we're still this early in the story, yeah, I think that's not good.
Yeah.
We can probably get into it more later on. But yeah, I agree on the whole about what you guys said about the animation and the direction and all that. I think it's unbelievable. Regardless of what happens at this point, regardless of how I feel about Jujutsu Kaisen as a story when it comes to an end, I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen will have to just go down like as legendary in my eyes, if for nothing other than just the art. I mean, the story's not so bad that it's like completely I would just write it off.
Yeah.
I think it has some value. It's not like trash or anything, but like if for nothing else, because the art and the animation, the direction and all that, I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen is just unreal. I don't think anything has done this before.
It's close to Demon. It's on the same tier as like Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man. I'll say
I would say that's it's way, like, I feel like that's disrespectful to Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like it's way higher tier than Demon Slayer.
Damn.
Because Demon Slayer, to me, maybe I'm wrong. I actually haven't seen that much Demon Slayer. Only like 10 episodes or something. But to me, Demon Slayer is aesthetically pleasing, and like it looks nice, and it has like, it does effects very well, right? But I feel like if we're talking about as a whole, like Jujutsu Kaisen, the direction, the animation, the creativity, just the pure creativity of it, I don't know. I think Jujutsu Kaisen clears.
Dang.
I would say I wouldn't say it clears Chainsaw Man, but I would say it's better. But I think it clears Demon Slayer.
Dang. Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. You've probably seen more Demon Slayer than me, so.
I mean, I think here's the thing. I would say this arc is a clear jump from the previous arcs. And
which is a crazy thing to say, because
right.
It's not like the previous arcs were bad either.
Right.
They were, like, really good. So.
But I would say, like, in terms of just, like, visual ambition, I think when you compare it to, like, later state, like, where, like, if you compare it to a similar spot where Demon Slayer would be at, I think it tracks pretty hard. I think it's it's a neck and neck race.
Okay. All right.
Matt, what did you think?
Okay. Yeah.
I liked the first couple of episodes, and I did like the fourth one as well. But something that I keep getting, I'll like be into it, and then like they'll start doing combats, and then I'm immediately taken out of it. I'm
wow.
I don't know why, but I fucking hate the combat system in this show, and I think that was my problem with the Shibuya arc too. Is I don't find like all of the talk about their powers and their magic and Jujutsu Kaisen around. I don't really. I don't find it that engaging, or like that really tied into like the actual characters themselves. So to me, it sounds like a bunch of people yelling like stats out, and then they do like a cool thing, and then the cool thing happens, and the other guy's like, "But have you considered that like the wall is blood now?" And I'm like, "Oh, of course we didn't factor in Chozo's fucking blood wall
Anemia.
technique. I didn't think about that. He's expanding his black magic to I don't even. Maybe it's I'm sounding like a meathead, but like just
no,
just,
you're not.
Just
you're
put
not
the sword in the enemy. Just put the fries in the bag. Just
here.
Okay, here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Oh,
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So here's my issue with like, because I 100% agree with you, and here's my issue with Jujutsu Kaisen's like power system. I think it does a lot of really interesting subversive things, right? Like, I like the idea of it being a hard magic system. I like the idea of like tiny stuff like, oh, if you tell your opponent your power, you get a buff, or if you limit one thing, something else will get a power up or something like that. I like that, but I think a really huge issue with Jujutsu Kaisen is it tries to overly explain. So first thing is, it doesn't want to have anime bullshit. So its solution to that is to over-explain the anime bullshit. So it's like, if we hear like Choso explain what his superpower is, we're not going to think about like, why is he telling him his superpower? That doesn't make any sense. So Gege has to like give an in-lore reason for why that works. Or like with this episode right here, like, we know that Choso controls blood, so we don't have to like, we don't worry about why he can just shoot out an entire like jet stream of that. But like for Gege, he has to explain that like, no, this isn't anime bullshit. This is why. And the issue with that is we have these long swaths of dialogue explaining, like over-explaining very simple things.
Yeah.
Like us knowing that, like, take Blondie, Noya, for example, like, he has super speed. Yes. That's obvious.
Yes,
that's what we see.
It. That's all you need to say. He's got super speed. I don't fucking care about like I don't care about how many midichlorians he has. Right? He has super speed, and you can punch him really when he goes really fast if you're quick enough or something. I don't know, man. It doesn't speak English, nerd.
Right. It doesn't. You don't need to know like, oh yes, it's not actually super speed. It's something very different. Like, bro, he's zipping around. It's visually the same exact thing as super speed.
And like maybe
season...
if I paid attention more to that, if I cared more about the power system, like some of the stuff they do would sound clever. But to me, if every time they fight, it feels like they're pulling something out of their ass. Like each time they do a fight. So anytime something like happens where I'm supposed to go like, oh, like I'm just like. It doesn't feel like the characters are necessarily outmaneuvering each other or like outsmarting each other. It's just like, oh yeah, like a technique I didn't know about. Cool, you did it better. It doesn't feel like it. And I can't explain it either.
You know the best part about this, Matt?
Yeah.
Apparently, it gets exponentially worse. Like, I've been hearing, like, people make the meme of, like, oh, yes, my X technique that I haven't used since the Heian era. Like, I've heard that, like, so many times, I'm really waiting to find out when that happens.
I have so much to say.
Yes,
I have some stuff to say to you, Matt, and some stuff to say to D. So, Matt, I'll start with you. I don't think you thinking this is you being a meathead. I think this is I think you're probably like right in the normal range. Like I feel like most people probably feel this way. And I think it's actually the opposite. You feeling like this is not you being a meathead. It's just you not having the particular type of autism that appreciates this. Okay, that's what's happening. All right. Because for me, I'm eating this up so much. I love it. I love every single second of it. This brings me to my question for you, D. Obviously, Gege is trying to be the second coming of Togashi, right? And Hunter x Hunter and all that.
Ooh, I would say second coming of Kubo, but go on.
Well, I think with all these rules, like with all these rule systems and the fight and the fights and all that, the way. Sorry, let me speak more clearly. All the rules that the power systems have and how much time the characters spend explaining their powers to each other during fights is like this. I mean, to me, it's so clear. It's just copying Hunter x Hunter. Do you disagree?
Okay, so I would agree that this desperately wants to be Hunter x Hunter. If I went over to talk to Gege and he told me he never saw Bleach or Hunter x Hunter, I would call him a bloody liar.
Yeah.
100%. That being said, I can't tell because again, I'm nowhere near as invested in this as I was with Hunter x Hunter. And I think
that's exactly my question because I wanted to understand what's the difference for you.
Okay, here it is.
I know what the difference is for me, but I'm curious what the difference is for you.
Okay, the biggest difference for me is pacing. Hunter x Hunter takes its time with setup, whereas I feel with Jujutsu Kaisen, its setup and its payoff typically are in the same like episode sometimes. The other thing, I feel like Togashi tended to explain things that needed to be explained, whereas with Jujutsu Kaisen, you can visually see what's going on and get the gist of what's going on. Like there are like a lot of like moments with like different nin techniques or like different like special powers or different conditions that you kind of have to know beforehand for it to make sense. Like for example, like the blonde guy, Kurapika, he was really strong, but that's only because he made a, like, binding vow to only be able to use his powers against one certain type of character. So knowing that, it makes sense why he's only targeting certain characters and why him being up against someone else might put him at a disadvantage. Whereas us knowing that Naoya can like perform 24 actions in 1 second doesn't recontextualize or change anything about his super speed. It's still super speed. He's still zipping around the place, still punching really fast. It's just a different effect and more dialogue.
Okay, I totally agree. I didn't see it that way, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Your explanations are on point today. I really also like that thing that you said about at first what you said about Gege, about how he is like he wants to explain the anime bullshit. That perfectly explains it. That
Yeah.
perfectly explains his thought process.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, so yeah, I'm liking this stuff. I understand 100%. I understand why people hate it. Even for me, I like it, but it's like a painful type of enjoyment, right? Because like I said, I spent double the amount of time watching episode 3, right? So, but it's like fun though. I like it. Like I like understanding the rules, understanding how everything works. You know, like to me that stuff is just, it scratches my brain.
I'm just going to point out, I find it really hilarious that you spend all your time watching episode 3 when I spend all my time watching episode 4. I think that's very on brand. But are you guys good with... Okay, so back to episodes 1 through 2. I'll say this, I also really enjoyed Choso in these episodes. Like, he's no
Yeah, me
Toto,
too.
but if Yuji had to have a new brother, I think it works.
I'm forgetting all my lore from the previous one. How are they brothers again?
Because, to be decided, to be
Okay.
realized.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's been
yeah.
really explained. I think it's just, it was hinted that Geto was his mom. And outside of that, nothing further from there.
Wait, Ghetto was whose
Yuji's
mom?
mom.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I thought he was just claiming him as his brother because they were like comrades now, and he was like, okay, well, I don't do comrades, I just do brothers. I just have brothers, so you're my brother now. I thought that's what was going on with that.
Right.
But yeah, I love Choso too. I feel like he's like that speech that he gave. That was pretty much like fan service for all older brothers watching this. I was like, oh yeah, you're so right, Choso. You're so right. You tell him.
I'm so glad he beat him. I was gonna be
Yeah.
so mad if
Yeah.
this new fucking guy like either kills or just like wipes out Chozo, and I'm like,
Right.
oh, thank
Yeah.
God he's still
That
like,
said-
competent.
That said, I actually really like the new guy. What's his name again?
Naoya.
Naoya. Yeah, I actually really like Naoya. And honestly, I feel like he does deserve to be the head of the Zenin
What
clan.
are you talking
I mean,
about?
his only problem. Listen. His only problem is just like a little personality issue, right?
And the
But-
sexism.
He's a
from what I've
raging
seen so far-
misogynist, like,
What did he?
assaults
Oh, I
his
mean, I
cousins.
I mean, okay, I haven't seen. Does that happen in episode?
Okay, in
4?
episode 1, he is a misogynist because he's like,
Yeah.
it's a women's place to like stand like 3 feet behind her man, or else they get killed. Which he's not
Yeah.
just saying that; he means that.
Wait, really?
Yes.
No, or like the fact
Oh,
the fact that
I
he
don't
can't
remember
like he only identifies women by their breast and butt sizes.
Yeah.
oh, you know what? I do remember that. Okay, okay, never mind.
Plus, okay, the original Zenin clan like leader, he was the guy who died in Shibuya arc, right? The animation
Yes.
guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I realized he died there. So like, Jogo, because Volcano guy just like one shot him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's probably
And he was-
fine because Nanami
Right.
lived, right?
Yeah. He took less damage
Okay.
than Nanami too.
Yeah.
But I wanted to finish what I was going to say about what's his name, about Naoya.
Yes.
So the reason I like Naoya, okay, I did forget about that stuff that he said in episode 1, and I don't know, maybe he did some more stuff in episode 4. But the reason that I was liking him was because, like, I mean, if you like, he's just very competent. Like, I actually think he could, like, in terms of like running a clan, he would probably do a good job.
I don't know. He gave himself one job and he couldn't even finish that up.
I guess you could say that when you're gonna look at whether someone's competent for a job, the personality matters, and not only is his personality just bad because he treats people bad, but also it like you said, it literally ended up in his failure of his objective. So
But he immediately disobeys
can't deny
the
that.
orders of the like. To be fair, the entire clan did, right? But they immediately disobeyed the orders or the last final wishes of their former leader, and like choose to throw in like 3 of the relatives under the bus because they're like power hungry, greedy assholes. Like
One thing.
I don't know what about him demonstrates that he deserves to rule the clan, or even that he's like competent. Because he didn't even succeed to kill. I almost fucking said Denji, man.
Megumi.
Choso.
No, he didn't even kill Chozo. He couldn't
Choso?
kill fucking what the fuck is his name? Yuji.
Eugene.
Yeah.
He didn't even find Megumi.
He like cut a backhanded deal with new guy. With
Right.
new protagonist. It'd be like, yeah, I'll just say he's dead, and he fucked off. Like I don't.
Right.
And I think it's his character,
Okay.
right? But I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. That being said, I like that they brought like old protagonists back from and they gave him a good introduction.
Yeah.
Who? Okotsu?
Yuta.
Yeah.
The stand user.
Who?
The stand user, the guy whose like kaiju girlfriend was like snuggling with Yuji.
What?
I watched
You don't
episode
remember
3
that?
so many times you did not remember anything that happened in episode 1 or 2.
It just filled like the flow charts just ate his brain up.
Wait, the stand user. Okay, wait.
The guy wearing the white with
describe
the
him
dead
again?
eyes, who saved Yuji, who was supposed to kill
Yeah.
him.
You remember
All right,
that scene?
just
where,
tell
like,
me his name again. Just tell me his name again. I'm gonna
I
look
don't
it up.
remember
Yuya.
his name. I couldn't remember Yuji's name. Let me look this shit up.
Choso, Naoya, Okotsu. Those are
Okutsu,
who
yeah.
are the who else is there? What are you talking about?
Okutsu.
Oh, Tengen? Are you talking about Tengen?
No, Okutsu, the dead-eyed guy with the all in white. Who?
Oh,
like,
Okotsu.
yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, my bad. So sorry. Go back to what you were saying then.
Okay, I lost my train of thought. Are you guys
Sorry.
ready to go to episode 3 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy crap, I do not like this was the worst of the worst for Gege's writing style for me.
Honshu.
Okay, here's the thing. Fighting tournament, battle royale. Japan literally popularized the concept of cinematic battle royales. They should know this really quick off the bat.
Can you guys explain to me like I'm a fucking baby? What is the Culling game? I had to like my brain glassed over, and I'm a guy who likes heavy dialogue and heavy. You know, I don't mind things being over-explanatory. What the fuck is the Culling game, and why are they having it? Is the villain wants to do a merge where he makes everybody? I don't know, man. Can you guys explain it to me? Maybe I'll like it
Okay.
better.
Kenjaku, who is the brain controlling Geto's body,
Right.
gave a bunch of people superpowers, and now he's making them fight to the death in a battle royale tournament.
I think I forgot who
whoever
Kenjaku was
wins-
because I didn't remember. I forgot the whole brain thing. Or
They hand wave that away so badly. They don't take any time to explain it or anything.
doesn't
It's
that
like,
happen in the movie?
Isn't he-
or something?
Isn't he like an ancient sorcerer?
Yeah. But they
Okay.
they don't go into the whole like, oh yes, he's been body hopping forever now. It's just like, yeah, people can just body hop in this universe is a thing.
Okay.
But so in the movie, so Geto died in the movie, and then sometime between Yuji being born and, well, actually no. So sometime between like the end of the movie and the start of the main show, he body hopped into Geto's body and now is puppeting it.
Okay.
But essentially, see, so the main goal is to get a bunch of energy from a fighting tournament between sorcerers. If you don't participate, you die. And he's going to use all the energy to fuse all of humanity with the weird alien tampon looking guy.
So Geto's like RFK brainworm is like evil ancient sorcerer who's making it so that a bunch of sorcerers fight, and he's going to use their energy to combine with to infect like tampon person, and then they're going to like they're going to make all the the people into gross demons, right?
I'm assuming he's going to make them all into sorcerers, so give them all superpowers. But they're going to be
Oh,
a part of some sort of freaky hive mind thing where if
oh,
one
he's gonna
person's
make
an
all the
asshole,
sorcerers in that tournament into his little like his new crew, since the last
no,
crew got
he's
like fucking
going.
killed.
No, he's going to use their energy to conduct a ritual that will fuse all of humanity with that like
Okay,
alien Tinma guy, and that will
okay,
somehow give everyone sorcerer powers and save the world from cursed spirits or something.
but then okay, but then their solution is that they're going to be the ones to do the combining, right? Or no?
No.
Like the heroes, the good guys. But okay, okay, okay. Yeah, just freeing
They want to
Gojo.
free Gojo,
Okay.
and also they want to. There is a rule within the game that allows you to create another rule, which they want to do, which they want to use in order to. They want to create a rule that allows for people to escape the game, because as it stands, the only way to escape the game is by dying.
Mm-hmm.
So their two goals are to free Gojo, and to beat the game pretty much, essentially enough that they can create a new rule in the game that will allow innocent people to escape.
Why are the other
Modi, why did
sorcerers
you,
who aren't our main crew like? Why are they joining the game? If Geto is running the game.
The idea is like if you got superpowers recently, if you didn't participate in the game, you would die.
So all of our protagonists who have had their powers are completely fine unless they enter the game and then they're subject to the game's rules.
Yes.
Okay.
And okay, interesting. Yeah, this was actually the part that I was confused about too. And then okay, so what about people who don't get? Are there people who didn't get powers?
Yep, they're just the
or
NPCs.
like did everyone in Japan get powers?
Not everyone. So like the people in those colonies, they're just NPCs. So if you say went to a colony, killed 1,000 regular people, you get 1,000 points, as opposed to killing a sorcerer that would get you a single sorcerer that could get you 100 points.
Okay, so it's not necessarily everyone who awakened powers in Japan. It's just some people.
Yeah. But the regular
Okay,
people,
I
if they knew what was going on, they could leave those areas and take themselves out the game.
Where is like the rest
okay.
of the sorcerer as the sorcerer organization? Are they like just compromised and evil at this point?
I mean, after episode 4, there's probably a third of them missing, so...
Well, yeah, but like,
Damn.
but
What happened?
okay. Actually, let's just say what happens in episode 4. We're just gonna spoil it for you so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maki goes back to the Zenin temple because right now, our black hair guy, Megami, yeah, thank you. he is the leader of the clan, so they send Maki to get it. But when they go there, their dad has already like stabbed because Mike also actually no. Do you fucking describe?
Okay, so Megami's the new head of the Zenin clan now. And Maki goes to him and says, now that you're the new head, you have authority to do X, Y, and Z, and you can help us get the MacGuffins we need to help free Gojo. Megumi's like, no, I don't want to be the head of the Zenin clan. So Maki goes out to their clan headquarters to steal whatever objects they needed. And then she finds that her dad killed Mai and stabs her. And then halfway through the episode, after a series of really beautiful like shots, scenes, just amazing cinematography, Mai dies and gives Maki a power up.
Hold on, Mai is dying, and they're both like sent into like I don't know a dungeon where there's like a bunch of cursed spirits that are gonna eat them, and then Maki's like fucking dead.
Yeah,
because her father like just like pretty much beats her at a sword fight like very quickly. So Mai has like a spiritual bond with Maki, and since they're twins, they're like considered the same person. So they both like limit each other's power. And Mai's like, I'm kind of like fucking useless anyways. So I'm gonna use the rest of my life to give you a sick ass weapon and a power up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna be stronger because you're gonna be whole, and I'm gonna be fucking dead. And as my last wish, I want you to like kill the entire Zenin clan. So Maki comes back as like new
Kill
Toji.
Yeah.
and pretty much just all like the Kill Bill part, the first Kill Bill movie just happens, and she just like wipes out the entire clan, kills her dad like by fucking slices his head off, just kills everybody, and then has a last fight with the blonde guy, and just like shatters his skull, and like kills her mom. She just fucking kills the entire clan. And
she
then,
kills her mom, and then her mom comes back and kills Naoya for some reason.
Yeah, who's like crawling on the ground, all bloodied or whatever.
Yeah.
They give Mai's body to Witch Girl, who's
Kiki.
sad, and then the pretty much to just wipe out the entire Zenin clan.
Okay, here are my feelings for this. So first thing, like Maki did Megumi dirty. Holy shit. Imagine becoming CEO of a big company and then finding out your friend went postal on the entire headquarters.
Okay, but the entire company wants to kill you.
But didn't Megumi like turn it down?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
So why would he care?
Power, resources. If he changed his mind, that's what I'm saying, though.
No. But the entire clan is set on killing you. Like you become the CEO, but your entire company is their singular purpose is to kill you and your like friend or your cousins who are chill.
I have a question that just stems from the fact that I didn't watch the episode.
Yes.
Why couldn't he have just gone to pick up the items and then renounced his?
Because they would have killed him. They're interested in killing them. Like when Maki got there, Mai was already stabbed and dying. Like
yeah.
Okay, I see. So he just didn't go there because they knew they were going to kill him the moment he arrived.
Well, I don't know if they knew that necessarily, but like either way, they would have killed him.
Do you think?
If he got there.
Okay, follow-up question, because it was an absolute bloodbath on that compound. If Megumin's the new head, technically the new head, do you think he inherits all of that, and do you think he's responsible for the cleanup?
I think he can make his own thing now because the Zen clan is dissolved. They even say at the end that the other like clans don't recognize it as like a power anymore. Yeah.
I'll also say this, like, this goes back to like my issues with Gege's writing style, right? Because I feel like this entire episode could have easily been a half a season arc, and if it was, it would have had so much more emotional impact. Like, we've had one fight scene in one episode with Mai. One.
Yeah.
We don't really have a really strong, like, relationship or, like, understanding of their bond. And the fact that, like, we don't really understand, like, what the full deal is with the Zenin clan to really, like, either A, cheer for them getting wiped out or, like, have any emotional investment in it was really annoying because, like, I was watching this entire episode and outside of, like, admiration for, like, absolutely beautiful animation and everything, I felt nothing for like the characters and everything. For God's sakes, like, Maki just walks through all of them. I swear to God, she, after killing like an entire Uchiha clan, she came out of this whole situation like her outfit was physically cleaner than when she left than when she went in.
I kind of like it better though because I think I agree that I would prefer like this was like an entire arc, and I would like some build up to, like for the Zenin clan as like a kind of a negative force in the world. I got like a little bit of it. I think Mai should have at least been present in like the Shibuya arc to some degree instead of just being like as a cameo at the end. Yeah, and like having her involved in some other things to like add more conflict or depth to the relationship with Maki. To have her dying like really hit hard, and then I don't mind them being like, here's a bunch of new characters, here's a bunch of like new Zenin characters. They all have like, you know, new character designs to them, and she just like one shots them pretty much, and I think I'm okay with that because I don't think I would have liked an episode where she fights like big buff guy, and then an episode where she fights the little old guy, and then an episode where she fight like I'm fine with her just like going through and just slicing people in half, like
Right.
at least for what they're going for. And the way they even have it set up to like, oh, here's a character with a power we have to figure out, and like, no, she just like clears through them.
Honestly,
Even against like the fast guy, like there's not really that much of a back and forth. There's like a little bit of a back and forth, but like she just ends up like punching him, and they don't have like a big like, oh my god, she's almost dead, but now she's gonna use her power, but then he's got to trick up his. I'm glad she just like punches him and shatters his skull. Like,
Honestly,
I think it works well.
Honestly, I wish she faced a little bit more resistance. Like, if it was the kind of thing where, like, you saw her taking hits, you saw as, like, the fight went on, she started getting more and more tired or something like that. Just something to show that, like, yes, she is in danger. This was a very dangerous clan, and they all pose a threat to her if she gets sloppy. Like, the fact that she just
But I don't think they wanted to convey that, though. I think they wanted to convey that like, they're not a threat to her, and that she's just, like, going to wipe them all out, because she's got fucking Toji power now, or whatever.
Again, and that's the other thing. I know I'm going to piss off the internet so hard. Let me say this. Let me preface this real fast. I think this is a 10 out of 10 episode by Jujutsu Kaisen standards. By regular standards, I would say this is a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
and just like the main reason for that is I really wish they didn't like take the time to like explain, oh yes, we're blood sisters and our cursed jutsu leaves us like fused together and blah blah blah. Like, make it a character moment. Have them like tell each other how they really feel. Like, make the subject of the scene like their relationship and what it means for one of them to die. Like, you could easily just say, like, oh, yeah, Maki lost her sister and she's strong right now because she just really locked in. Like, she has a reason to, like, really fight and kill these guys now. And I hated the moment when the narrator... I don't know, this is nothing against the voice actress, right? But whenever the narrator chimes in Jujutsu Kaisen, it pisses me off. And it was
ultimate
really...
sorcerer, the narrator.
It was really bad with the like section where Choso now he is just going super speed, because like you have like up top the subtitle for like Maki talking, and then you have the subtitle below of like the narrator talking, and you have a bunch of stuff going on in the center. It was such a pain, because like I wanted to like read the superfluous dialogue about like, oh no, this is super duper speed, it lets him like run at ultra speed and yada yada yada, 24 frames per second animation, yay. But it was just like trying to like keeping my eyes on the top of the screen to read Maki's dialogue, trying to keep it down at the bottom of the screen to read what the narrator's saying, and trying to keep it up to like focus on the action. It was such a pain.
I think that's another Hunter x Hunterism.
Yeah. It's not as bad as Hunter x Hunter though.
Yeah, and actually what I just realized is that you haven't read any of the manga in Hunter x Hunter. Have you gotten past like where the anime ended?
No, I stopped at the anime.
Okay, so the thing I was going to say is that
I'm not going to expose my heart to that.
The Jujutsu Kaisen you're seeing now is much closer to post-anime Hunter x Hunter than the Hunter x Hunter you know.
Ooh.
So honestly, I feel like these days, if you read Hunter x Hunter, you would probably hate it just as much, because it has a lot of these, like the narrator thing gets a lot more prevalent later on. So yeah, that's probably just another thing that Gege was like doing. Another thing I want to say is, Gege is like, okay, clearly to me he's clearly wants to do like things similar to Togashi, which I support. And I'm not sure if necessarily he will end up having it done well in Jujutsu Kaisen, but I for sure want to see him do another series, because I think he's just like, he's just gonna learn,
Yes.
you know, and he's just gonna get really good. And he's gonna refine it. I'm gonna love it. I think. So,
100%. Also,
yeah.
Modi, I
Yeah,
am
go on.
so sorry. I can't imagine waiting like 12 months for a new Hunter x Hunter chapter, and it's just a giant wall of text.
Oh, I mean, well, think about it this way. It used to be we used to wait an indefinite amount of time, years plus, for a block of text. So at least now it's consistent, you know.
I mean, he definitely wears his inspiration on his shoulder because
Yeah.
I will say episode 4 is like that one area where she's just mowing through the guys.
Yeah.
That is the Kill Bill area. Like it
It
just
is
like
100%.
like pulled into it.
Yeah.
Like from the exact layout of it. And then she does some moves that I swear I remember like being in the movie. Like her chopping her dad's head off. Like that happens at the end of the movie. Like
She used the
it's
one
just
inch
very,
punch.
very, very obvious.
Yeah.
Not that it's a problem. I think it just
no.
you could tell he's not bashful about his.
Well, I don't think
Inspirations.
this specifically. Maybe I could be wrong, but I don't think this specifically comes down to the author of Jujutsu Kaisen being influenced. I feel like this is just a directorial choice to like copy the scene in Kill
No,
Bill.
it's,
Maybe
it's
I
how it
haven't
looks
seen
like
the
in the
episode.
manga.
So.
Like
Yeah.
I saw people.
Oh, really?
pull it, yeah, and they
Oh,
that's how
okay.
they do it in the manga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you also see that with like the you also see the references with the scene with Choso versus Yuji as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
But
also really,
I-
okay, real fast.
Yeah.
I would have loved it if there was an after credit scene of like Maki just sitting in a chair reading a book, and then all of a sudden Megumi comes in and he's just like, "Yo, it took me 24 hours, but now that I've thought it over, I do want to become head of the Zenin clan, Maki. If I do that, we'll just go over there, we'll talk it out, we'll convince them that we need to stop the calling games, we'll get the items, and everything will be awesome, and I'll even help you find a place for you and your sister." Maki just goes like, and continues reading.
I am a little. I think one thing that would have been nice is like maybe to kind of say what you were saying. Is at the start of the episode, or like have like an episode before this, where it's like Mai and Maki trying to like sneak in or whatever, and then by the end of it, like they get fucking wrecked, and then Mai gives her life, and then we could have this whole episode happen. That way, you have like a moment between the sisters, like to flesh out the relationship right before you take it away. Additionally, I feel like it's kind of weak to be like, or I don't really like the narrative of like, okay, so the sisters are holding each other back because they're twins. So the only way for one to be stronger is one of them has to die. And then now they are like Gojo or whatever. And I feel like I would have preferred a more like I guess a happier version of this where Mai and Maki can synergize so well that they're like super powerful when they work together.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like it's just kind of I just feel like it's a fairly negative way to handle it, and I feel like the more positive way would have been like oh together we're strong and we're siblings or whatever, and like we gotta make our differences like and love each other or whatever. Maybe that's very like naive.
I think the
of
other
me.
issue with it is like it's a lot sadder, but there's no real point to it either. I think that's the other issue.
We don't know Mai really like.
Yeah, like if this whole tragedy led up to the message of love your like family, like appreciate the people close to you, hold on to them tight because you never know when you could lose them, and when you do, it'll really hurt that you missed out on all that time. I could get behind it more, but it feels like it's like, oh yeah, if your sister dies, if you're holding back your family, you should just die and give them a power up.
Pretty much.
Because but it would also parallel like Yuji's relationships with like Chozo and even Toto, where it's just like with brotherhood and supporting your brother or whatever, and then to immediately follow that by like, your sister's holding you back. She should fucking kill herself because she's useless. Unlike you, who's like, who's motivated to be better, be stronger. Instead of motivating your sister to be stronger, she should just kill herself. And I think that's an unfair reading of this. I think I'm being a bit like unfair to the narrative, and you could probably spin it in a more positive way than that. But like, I don't know, man. Because if you go with they work together, then maybe you could like flesh out Maki and Mai's relationship. You could have had like a really cool sister thing going on there. But now she's like John Wick Toto. Like I not Toto, fucking Toji.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
what you're saying is in Jujutsu Kaisen, sisters are a liability, whereas brothers are a net positive.
I mean, that's the only way I can read it, right?
Think about it. Like, usually he has two brothers, and like they were ride or die, and literally were like instrumental to him winning fights. Like, we
Listen,
have, like,
I have short hair now, and only one of us has to have short hair, so you're going to have to die. I got fucking cool scars, you don't.
yeah. You can't tag team this with me. You know the other thing that kind of annoys me too.
Yeah.
All this time, Maki has been a gun user. It would have been really cool instead of like getting a new sword when Mai dies. She got a gun. I think that would have been way cooler and would have been a better like metaphor for the two of them being one.
Or like a gun sword. How about that?
Yeah.
It's a combination of the two of their gifts or whatever. If Maki died, would Mai have gotten like a fucking AK-47 or something? Would she have gotten like a tank? With like unlimited ammo? Like,
Okay, here's what I'm wondering. Okay, like she went in that, like, we know that Mai went in there first.
Yes.
What would happen if Maki just decided, like, no, I'm just gonna hang with Megumi and wait this out? If she died, would she like just go randomly Super Saiyan, like she's just she's just like cutting vegetables, and then all of a sudden like she just cuts the entire house in half or something?
the narrative should have been they're twins, and together they make a whole powerful sorcerer, and so they have to work together. That's my positive spin on this, because this show's already so fucking negative.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just me.
I
can't be mad at the narrative for doing something I did. I wanted them to do something else, but like,
right.
You know, that's my.
I also think it's really weird that this is the first time we even found out what like Mai's power was.
No, we found out before, didn't we? She could like spawn one bullet per day.
Oh really? Dang, I didn't even remember that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so. She could like she could use her sorcery power to spawn an extra bullet in her gun, which, by the way, fucking sucks. What?
Yeah.
Carry around an extra bullet with you. Fuck.
Okay, this is another thing. Okay, Gachiakuta messed me up bad. All right, why aren't guns a bigger thing in Jujutsu Kaisen? Like, we established that, like, yes, you can use curse energy to like enhance weaponry and whatnot. Like, why is it that? Because here's the thing. I totally understand, like, a cursed katana. Like, if you put, like, a regular dude with an AK-47 and put him against a dude with a cursed katana or something, dude with AK-47 is going to die quick. He's not going to have a chance. I feel like someone like Yuta, who has, like, unlimited, like, super cursed energy, could make really good use out of a freaking gun. Because think about it, like, you can't stab. You could use a gun to shoot through a rock. Like, it's not a big rock, but one nonetheless. I'm not sure how well you could do that with a sword. I feel like if you're scaling things up properly, a gun would be exponentially more dangerous than, like, a regular, like, cursed katana. Like, it would have been really funny if, like, Mai just, like, came back, like, woke up and just shot her dad in the back of the head. Like, Gachiakuta style.
He like domain expansion is like, okay, I've got a gun though.
Domain expansion, gun.
I bet the reason they don't have guns is just because it's not aesthetic, you know, in fight scenes and stuff like that.
But then you have a character
which is kind of
whose
funny
whole thing
because
is having a gun.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Also, why is it that the other school are such dog water aside from Toto? Like,
They don't have the main characters, so
that
Not the
drives
main
me
characters.
so crazy because, like, Mechamaru just got, like, shafted hard. Mai got fridged. I legit don't expect anything from, like, Kiki or, like, what's her name? Blue-haired girl. I swear to God, the other bloodbending guy is literally just Timu Choso. So, like,
forgot
what the
about
heck?
Yeah, but then they okay. Here's the thing, though. They're useless, but then they'll bring them back just to like kill them or something.
Yeah.
Or like incapacitate them, and then be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I feel sad about this character we introduced in like a tournament arc, like,
Right.
in season 1, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I would have if they were like if they had more of a character, honestly, or like we got to learn more about them. Because it's a shame that we mostly got that development through the little extras they had at the end of season 1,
Yeah.
which I'm dearly missing, to be honest with you.
Seriously. Also,
To talk about something that Modi might actually be able to engage with.
actually, one more thing.
Yeah.
We have not heard anything about Inumaki. We have heard literally nothing about him.
Well, he'd probably say something like salmon.
well, I mean, it's by design. We haven't heard from him. You know, that's kind of his own thing.
I just find it really hilarious that, like, oh yeah, he lost his arm. He can't be a part of the show anymore. He can't talk
forgot
anymore
about
about
that.
his arm.
He lost his arm when he gave it to Toto, so he could clap again.
It's not even like it's not even like attached to him. He just has it like strapped to his side, and he just like slaps. He just slaps it. I think they lost this. Oddly enough, I think both Toto and Inumaki lost the same arm.
Really?
Yeah, I think they both
Oh.
lost their like left or right arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of dismemberings in this show, actually.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys. I'm worried about the Culling arc or whatever, the Culling Games
Yeah.
arc. I feel like we're gonna get like a Shibuya part 2, and I'm gonna like
Yeah.
rip my hair if I have to keep watching like episodes where it's like, by the way, my ass clapping technique makes it so that I reach the sound barrier, but when I combine it with my black magic, I get to fly around, and you get that. I'm gonna rip my.
You
fucking
literally,
hair out.
you just described peak fiction.
Yeah. My twerking domain expansion. I heard we're going to get a lot of that. I've heard like one character is really infamous about that, but I'm
Okay.
also. Have you guys ever seen any of the like Hikari dance memes?
No.
Dang. Okay. So there's another character who's like the new Toto. This guy named Hikari, and there's like I don't know why I got hit with it really hard, but there was this huge trend of like. Excuse me. There's a scene where he starts doing a Bully Maguire dance in front of one of the like evil sorcerers, and that went really viral for like a good while. So I'm really hyped that this is the arc when we get to see it.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah.
What were you say about to ask Modi Matt?
Oh, you know, I don't quite remember. I still think it's incredibly dumb of them to want to not free Gojo, and
Yeah.
for them to want to kill.
Wait,
Yuji.
they do want to free Gojo, unless
No,
something changes.
the
like-
sorcerer like organization, like the sorcerers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, it has
yeah,
an
you're right.
organization.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like that's actually the most realistic part about this show is
Yeah.
people in charge being extremely stupid.
I mean, on one end, I think the idea of like the world going to shit and the people in power letting the shit keep rolling just to maintain
Yeah.
the power does
Yeah.
make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I do also like to point out that like things are getting pretty bad.
Yeah, well, I
Like
mean,
when your
same in real
god
life.
of this universe is saying like, no, you guys need to free Gojo. Please do that now.
There is one more thing I wanted to talk about, which is, I mean, it's not really something I want to talk about. It's just something I want to mention, which is the fact that Nobara actually being dead is crazy. I didn't. At the end of the Shibuya arc, I didn't believe she was actually gonna stay dead, but for whatever reason, after these last couple of episodes, I really think she actually might be. I think maybe because of that scene when Yuji asked Megumi about her and that reaction. So it's like, oh, maybe they're serious and she's actually dead. And if
Why
so,
don't they just flat out say it though? Like, why wouldn't they just say it?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of hate this. Like,
oh, you're right. I just assumed maybe she's not dead. Okay,
No.
never mind.
That's why they had him trembling, because that could easily be like him like trembling from just sheer happiness and relief.
Oh
no, I think he's upset either way. But
yeah, I think
feel
maybe
like,
something bad probably happened.
She's probably in a coma or something.
Yeah, but okay, that's good because I was gonna say, I was thinking she was dead, and I was gonna say that's like the most, literally the most trash element of the entire series, is her dying so quickly with so little development. But yeah, okay, if she's alive still and there's still more of her coming, then all right.
I hope she's not dead because her presence is missed, and
Yeah.
I can't believe they fucking.
Yeah, that's true.
Out of all the characters that are fucking kill off, man.
That's the thing.
I respect that though. I respect that, especially as a One Piece fan, where literally nobody dies no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I
the thing,
respect
though. If she had better build up, because here's the thing. Like, I think Gege is trying to go for like the shock factor of death and everything, right? But I don't think he's strong enough of a writer to get us to endear us to these characters in the time he's giving himself. Like, whenever a character dies in JJK, I'm more like annoyed that I lost a toy than sad that I lost a friend. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, that does make sense, and I care, but like, I only would really care for a character that's I think is important, and to the series, like Nobara. So, to me, that's the one where like if you do that with her, then like that's just egregious, you know. So the fact that she's may not actually still be dead to me is very good because that that would be very annoying.
I would say that these episodes were great. Episodes 1 and 2 were great. Episode 3 was mid, and I would say episode 4 was good plus, close to great. So it's masterpiece, great, good, mid, trash, and then garbage.
My ranking is my ranking system. I don't fully remember what it was, but I did say it's different this year. And I'm gonna. I think it was something like there's peak, which is the best. You know, that's the highest of the highest. There's the greatest show of all time, and then there's the worst show of all time. And I think this is a greatest show of all time.
Okay.
That's my rating of it.
Nice.
That's
Wait, you said greatest. You said greatest show of all time.
Yeah,
right?
it's not peak, but it's greatest show of all time.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lay it out again.
Okay, so there's peak, greatest show of all time, and then worst show of all time.
Why are you guys doing this?
Numeric ratings suck.
D, you have a 6-point system.
Yes.
Okay. Matt, you have a 3-point system.
Yeah.
Just do the points. Just do the
Numbers
points.
suck, okay? You can't numerify the human experience.
That's damn true. This is art.
Well then,
Bodhi.
okay. If you're gonna say that, then if it were me, if I were you guys, if that was how I thought about it, I wouldn't even then I wouldn't give ratings. I would just use words to describe how I feel about the episode. Like the whole point of rating is to rank. And if you're gonna rank things, why would you use numbers?
Yes.
I mean, why would you use words instead of numbers?
Well, here's the thing. We did that, but it's funnier to then assign it a nebulous rating at the end of it. Anyways.
Yes.
Okay.
Plus,
Okay. All right. So, yeah.
I'll also say that if you say a number, people can easily latch on and be annoying about that. Whereas if you just use words, is a lot. I feel like it's a lot like more nebulous. So if I say like, "Oh yeah, it's a 7 out of 10," like people are like, "What? It's a 7 out of 10? It's not perfect." And I'm like, if I say like, "Yeah, it's good," like I feel like less people can get mad at someone saying something's good than like a number being assigned to it.
Yeah, I agree that it's less divisive and controversial. Okay, so that is our review of episodes 1 through 4 of Jujutsu Kaisen season 3. Really fun, at least for me. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm not really sure what we're going to be watching next. We can maybe talk about that a little bit. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.